feels like we've done this dance multiple times before, each time just with a different font. But this time, we're going bigger. We're not doing niche video game characters. Nah. Today, we'll be going over the top 10 baddest video game characters. We'll be using the Unholy Archive, R34, to gather the rankings for these characters. So the higher the number, the better they are, technically. Now, considering we've talked about certain video game characters before, there will be no repeats. So no Rouge the Bat, no Gardevoir, etc. So let's get right into the Freakiness. Starting off our video at the number 10 spot, we have the baddest Kimono Mimi Foxwoman in all of fiction, coming from arguably one of the worst games ever created, Ari from League of Legends. Now, League of Legends basically groomed me. I was 14 when I first started playing it. It loved bombed me with free stuff. Then it did the pro strat of me down. And here I am now, old and expired, and it's taken all those things away from me. Well, minus the back shots. When was the last time you met a happy League of Legends player? And don't even mention Kesha, because we're literally just watching this man tweak out live. Damn, I should probably get back to the topic at hand. Yeah, Ari's bad. She's a hot fox girl, and she's basically every e-girl's first main that isn't a support. She has such a cult following that they had the audacity to release a $500 skin for her, and people were still buying it. This is why my beautiful Ninja Queen Akali stays on top, even though before her rework, she was low-key mid. But that's just me comparing the two. Damn it! It should have been her, not Ari! It's not fair! And she only has 18,000 compared to my queen's 5K. Coming in at 9th, and being the only horror game fine shit we have on this list, we have Jill Valentine. I need y'all to hear me out real quick. Resident Evil could have just been 90 minutes of zombies packing people up, but then Jill pops up on the screen, looking like an all-you-can-eat buffet. This is legit a zombie apocalypse. Why does she look like she's gonna film for a specific website after this? Oh no, step zombie, I got stuck in a dryer. And oh my god, did the remake do her right. They took the fine shit that all the old heads knew and loved, and blessed her up in the big 2020. Now, if this were Disney remaking RE3, then Shorty would have came out looking like this. Hey Google, how do I make someone black or Chinese? Every time this big back bitch Nemesis was on my damn screen, trying to hurt my mommy, Jill, I would flinch, like I was ready to step in. I'm gonna be walking up to him like, hey man, leave her alone.
It's okay, kitten. I like my kitten a little.
Because I'm always ready to step up for a woman in need if they're attractive and not 500 pounds. Man just be popping up at the worst times like, bro, move out the way. I was so close. Now, I have a confession to make. I ain't never played RE3. I only played 2 and 4 cause Leon, my beautiful backflipping blue-eyed king. This is probably the gayest you'll see me on this channel. But sadly, the love of my life only has 5K photos, whilst Bad John over here has 19K. If this ain't a sign of the matriarchy, then I don't know what is. Granted, the movie was buns. They deadass got a Party City looking Nemesis. Mila Jovovich, still bad as hell though. 8th place is the main character from Gay Shit I'm Fat, Aether. I was honestly hoping I didn't have to talk about any of the MiHoYo characters cause your boy Xeno Thrust likes a challenge every once in a while. Like, let me sit down here and try to convince you why Ina or Pomni are fine as hell. All MiHoYo characters are already fine as hell. We're not counting the kids though. It might seem unnecessary to mention that, but there were certain individuals out there. I don't even get to talk about Raiden, Jane Doe, Ganyu, or even Pulchra. Well, I mean I could talk about them, but A, that's too easy! And B, I've already done shorts on 2 of them. Yeah, this duo has about 19K photos. And I'm not talking about Genshin no more, so let's keep it moving. In 7th place, we have a generational fine shit, Lara Croft. If you ask any old head what pixelated cheeks they were tweaking over back in the day, 9 times out of 10, they gonna say Lara Croft, and not even blink. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. She got those damn polygon boobies, looking like she's smuggling that dumbass Tom and Jerry mouse. But to those early gamers, she was peak human evolution. Wanna know something even crazier? She's British!
Just woke up in a fucking steaming mood, yeah?
But when that reboot dropped, good lordy lord, they took Lara from those chopped PS1 graphics. Well, I mean, it did come out on the PS1. To one of the finest women of all time. Tomb Raider 2013 Lara is literally the type of woman that could beat my ass for not having dinner ready. And I'd still say thank you. I built these mommy issues brick by brick. Like, I ain't even played Tomb Raider like that. But even from outside the club, I knew Lara Croft was that girl. Period. I'm talking shorty was getting absolutely mollywopped, beaten and bloodied, but damn. she kinda... Yeah, she might be almost 30 years old, but that 24.8K don't lie. And she's bad in the movies too. Like, picking Angelina Jolie was an elite level game. Alicia Vikander, she alright, I guess. I'm beginning to realize that all the popular ones are just baddies that have been around for more than 2 decades. Number 6 is Samus though. Samus is literally the original bad bitch in gaming history. Like back in the 80s, motherfuckers was probably thinking they were playing some badass space marine, only to find out it was a woman. I know all that misogyny basically evaporated from their bodies. But like, I need y'all to keep it real with me for a sec. This came out in 1986. Why they putting pixelated women in their underwear? Like, I know that's Samus without a suit, but bro, can you imagine the meeting to decide this? Alright guys, we need to come up with an outfit for Samus to wear under a suit. Any suggestions? Make her naked! Larry, you sick bastard. This is gonna be a kid's game. What about having her wear a bikini and some boots? And bro, this should have been a sign that these dudes are putting subliminal snow buddy mind control in these games. But then they kicked this shit into overdrive. Super Metroid in 1994, badge on. Metroid Zero Mission was when we came across Samus in all of her bad bitch energy. I'm sorry, Metroid Fusion. Like bro, I was 2 years old when this game dropped. If there was anyone playing Zero Mission back in the day, please tell me what it was like. Cause not only was Shorty bad, the build they gave her was insane. Metroid Prime 3 was when they mastered the art of making her 3D model look fine. Cause in my opinion, Metroid Prime 2 made her look a little bit chopped. And I knew a lot of my generation got introduced to her in Brawl. And like bro, come on! This ain't even a gooner mindset anymore. Look at this! She is stacked for objectively no reason. Like, I'd love to see someone argue, well, she needs to be that thick to maximize her air resistance. At the time of making this, Samus has around 27,300 photos to her name, which is pretty surprising since she's OG Snow Bunny mind control. Also, shout out to the people that watched that one Samus and Master Chief video. Damn, kinda parched. You know what'll quench my thirst? Some Gamer Subs. Yes, sir. Your boy Xenobus is a Gamer Subs partner. Gamer Subs being that down bad energy drink brand. And if you're down bad enough to watch me, you're down bad enough to use code DOWNBAD at Gamer Subs for 10% off and to help me out cause, like I said, I am unemployed! They have a bunch of new releases and you should definitely try their flavors, Anime Thighs and Blowhole Blast. It's not cause I'm a gooner, they just taste good. One being orange creamsicle and the other being mango coconut. Like, it's actually fire. That's code DOWNBAD at Gamer Subs. Link below. Back-to-back snow bunnies is insane work, but I understand the vision. At the halfway point, we have the Princess of Hyrule, Zelda. Now, we're gonna get into how bad Zelda is. But first, we gotta talk about the even finer shit, Sheik. Oh my lord, God bless Ocarina of Time for giving me another badass woman to add to my goon collection. Y'all might as well start calling me Spike, cuz
I love the kind of woman that can kick my ass.
Basically, all the women on this list can kick my ass though. And you best believe I'ma say thank you after each one. But it wasn't Sheik that got Zelda to this level of goonery. There was a bunch of different Zelda designs over the span of the last 30 years. But it was that damn Breath of the Wild Zelda that had everyone straight feral. Let me put this into perspective with numbers for you kittens. Zelda in general has around 27,700 photos. Of that 27, the Breath of the Wild one has 9,870. Tears of the Kingdom, 8,097. That means 64% of all Zelda pieces came out in the last 8 years. Now, I don't know if it's because the games were so popular, or it's because it was a new kawaii anime one, but Twilight Princess Zelda will always hold a place in my heart. In the number 4 spot, and being the only fighting game shorty on this list, we have the baddie that had Fortnite kids tweaking, Chun-Li. Y'all gotta understand, we're talking about a gooner legend here, and I do mean that literally cause Chun-Li's been around longer than my dad's first divorce. Like Emma Frost had y'all geeking cause the build was legit all thighs. Chun-Li was doing this back in the day. Could legit hide a refugee camp in that shit. She pulls up in the character select, and I'm already reaching for the coconut oil. But what kills me the most is how they had the audacity to make Shorty a cop. Man, my black ass can't have shit. That's why Jerry's better. Like bro, thankfully, she's a Chinese cop. Cause maybe it'll delay the inevitable of my black ass getting magged on. I'll still never forget the grip she had on the next generation just cause they dropped her ass in Fortnite. Like bro, this has almost 300k views. Fortnite! Bring back Chun-Li and add an oil up emote and my life is yours. Also, she has 28,600 photos. We have officially made it to the top 3, and it's peak from here on out. Now, it's time for the android to end all androids, 2B. I won't even hold y'all. 2B was literally manufactured to turn the whole planet into goomers. Like, bro, Yoko Taro knew exactly what he was doing. He's so real for that, though. You cannot tell me this was not the most carefully calculated bad bitch in all of gaming history. There's enemies pulling up with chainsaws and missiles, and 2B's biggest threat is me trying to take a bite at the screen. And don't even get me started on that skirt, bruh. Now, it'd be one thing if you could just randomly see up her skirt every once in a while, but it's like a frequent occurrence, to the point it shows her backing off if you stare up it for too long. Goon recognized goon, to be honest. Bro, people were even geeked looking at it in Siege, bro. Like, look at this. So was I. I did it because I liked it. Hell, I loved it. And bro, I usually talk about how geeked up the fan artists are, but I'm gonna switch things up. Pull up Nexus mods and look at 2B. This page is censored more than the average Instagram reel. And yeah, she has almost 30,000 photos, but I feel like you could have easily guessed that. In second place, it's Peach, with 35,000 photos. Don't get me wrong, Princess Peach is still pretty bad, especially in the movie, cause goddamn! But she's literally just here because she's iconic. Personally, Daisy and Rosalina better. In the number 1 spot, with the most R34 out of any video game character, we have the OG Japanese fine shit that can kick your ass, Tifa Lockhart. Now, I'm gonna be real honest, Pookies. I have never played a Final Fantasy game in my life, let alone the OG 7 or the remake. But I 100% understand the vision. The mini skirt and crop top combo is wicked work, especially for a girl that throws hands. Insane! If I'm being real, I think it's because Tifa is like dream girl coded. Now, I was looking for clips of her being cute when I came across. God damn! I understand the vision! Bro, I'm literally writing this while I do research. She's deadass the main romanceable option. And niggas be tweaking about her. Like that beach scene? Good googly moogly! No wonder she has 38,000 photos. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Yeah, this wouldn't be a baddest video game characters if I didn't include one of the most iconic Gooner games of all time, Overwatch. Even though the game has gone to complete shit and Blizzard had absolutely tarnished their reputation, it would be sinful not to mention the renaissance of SFM art Overwatch brought to the world. Like, I've used this meme countless times in videos, and the meme, wait, Overwatch is a game? Should kind of tell you how popular the other side of the community was. And I do kind of think part of their downfall is due to them releasing so many chop motherfuckers trying to be more inclusive. But that's a story for another day. I put the Overwatch baddies at the end of the video because, as per usual, I try not to talk about characters from the same franchise multiple times in the top 10. Mainly because it gets boring and it's harder to come up with unique jokes. But the most R34 Overwatch characters are Mercy, Widowmaker, and Diva. The lack of Mei and Ashe makes me sick, but these aren't opinions, so it is what it is. But yeah, that is the official baddest video game characters. If you guys enjoy this type of autistic freaky content about hot characters, consider leaving me a like and subscribing since you made it this far. That's all I got though. Bye bye.
You should follow Zeno now.